This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, the Wings of Freedom Tour is set to land in Hazleton next week. Find out when you could see some beautiful vintage planes next. I hope it's a happy Friday for all of you, and thank you for your time. I'm Ken Kara, and I'm going to read to you now your local information from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The borough of Shenandoah is 150 years old, and it's hosting a week-long celebration that begins and ends with a huge parade. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., the celebration begins with the Sesquicentennial Kickoff Parade, followed by an entire week of festivities. Andy Ilichny is the Sesquicentennial Chairman. He says that a special time capsule has been created to preserve Shenandoah's history.
At the Historical Society, we want to record for posterity family trees and family photos. So we're hoping that anyone who can, on the Sunday of Faith and Family Day, bring in your family tree as best you know it, bring in family photos with the names on the back, and these are going to go on into that time capsule, which is a bit of a treasure chest. It's a beautifully conceived and constructed piece by Walter Choplick from the town, who does incredible work. And whether it's 50 years or 100 years from now, reopen these.
Each day this coming week will feature a different theme with coordinated displays and presentations. The Sesquicentennial wraps up next Saturday, August 27th, with the annual Heritage Day Parade, delicious ethnic foods and vendors, an art exhibit, and fireworks at dusk. For more on the anniversary celebration, check out the Shenandoah Sesquicentennial Celebration on Facebook. Speaking of history, you have the chance to see vintage warplanes in all their glory. Lisa Sugart has the details.
A very popular event is returning to our area on Monday. The Wings of Freedom Tour is hosting the Wings Over Hazleton event Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And here to tell us all about it is Alan Dick Jr., and he is the local tour stop organizer for the Collings Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization that sponsors this wonderful tour each and every year. Thank you so much for being here. This is great. It's back, and it's even bigger and better than ever.
Yes, so we're, this is the 25th year, I think, we've come to the Hazleton Airport. We're bringing back the B-24 Liberator World War II bomber. We're bringing back the Flying Fortress, the B-17. We also have the Mitchell bomber here, the one that was made famous in the Doolittle raid in World War II. And new for this year, the Collings Foundation has a P-51D Mustang fighter. It's the classic final iteration of that American fighter, and it's making its debut on the tour this year. It just won Grand Champion at the EAA Oshkosh Air Show this year, so it is a masterpiece of aircraft. It really is wonderful.
Well, I've covered this several times over the years, and this is really a fantastic event. So many people come out, and you see the veterans coming out and tears in their eyes. And I mean, it's really an emotional thing to see. It's wonderful, but there's not only the planes this year, you're going to have much more there.
Yeah, we're doing a couple of things this year to make it a bit bigger and a bit better. First off, we're bringing some military vehicles in. We have a bunch of Jeeps and artillery pieces and other World War II vehicles and trucks will be there. We have some reenactors that'll be coming up. Interestingly, the Berwick Stewart Tank Memorial Foundation will be bringing up their Stewart tank to the event. They've just purchased that and brought it over from England. As you may or may not know, the Stewart tank was produced in Berwick during the war. They made 15,000 of them. They found one of them that survived and brought it back. So that will be there on display. We also have a car show this year, more of a cruise-in on Tuesday night. So we were expecting, I don't know, anywhere between 40 to 60 cars for that right now, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, it's a whole bunch of different things we've got going on.
Alrighty, and there's also an opportunity for people to actually win a ride. That's
right. So the Collings Foundation, part of their mission is to make certain that people can experience the aircraft. Now, you can purchase a ride on the aircraft for $450 on any of the bombers. They do a number of local flights. We have a bunch of them booked already, so that's a really neat experience. If you register a car early for the car show, you'll be there's a random drawing from the early registrations for a ride, and then the Collings Foundation Bomber Crew will actually choose their favorite car and award them a ride as well. So a lot of opportunities for car owners to get out there and maybe win a chance to fly in one of these magnificent aircraft.
I guess finally, when do the planes arrive?
They're scheduled to arrive Monday at noon and take off again on Wednesday at noon. We'll keep people posted on Facebook and Twitter, but again, because it's not a scheduled flight and because I think we're expecting a little bit of weather on Monday, they may be delayed. So we will keep you posted. The folks at the airport will know when they're arriving.
All right, and there's going to be food vendors there too this year.
We have 3 great food vendors. We looked at the highest rated ones and got all 3 from the region. So yeah, there'll be some very good food there on Monday and Tuesday nights.
And the World War II vets get in for free, right?
That's correct.
All righty. Well, this is really fantastic. It's happening at the Hazleton Regional Airport starting Monday, hopefully at noon, but they'll keep you posted. Please come out and see Wings Over Hazleton as part of the big Wings of Freedom tour. World War II era planes like you've never seen before, plus great military vehicles. There will be so much more happening. The cruise in, everything. Come out. It's really a special event right here in our own backyard.
Thanks a lot, Lisa. Local firefighters are joining forces to help a former member of their firefighting family. The St. George Parish Fire District in Louisiana was hit hard by the recent flooding, and one of its career firefighters is Hazleton native John Jack Jones. To help, collection points have been established. Donations of household items and clothing for men, women, and children in all sizes are being accepted. Furniture and food are not needed at this time. Donations can be dropped off at the Hazel Township Fire and Rescue on North Church Street, also at the West Hazleton Fire Department from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. daily, and at the McAdoo Fire Department Sunday from 1 until 3 p.m. and Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. Hazel Township Fire Chief Scott Costician is looking for a trucking company to travel to the Baton Rouge area next week with the donations. Interested companies and drivers can contact him at 570-233-0699. Meanwhile, those in need of clothing can take advantage of a distribution in our area tomorrow. The Latimer United Methodist Church will host the clothing distribution tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. in the church social room. New and nearly new men's, women's, and children's clothing and shoes will be available. Visitors can take up to 10 items each. The church is located on Quality Road in Latimer Mines. Students will be headed back to the classroom very soon, and many took advantage of a free back-to-school health fair at the Lehigh Valley Health Network's Health Center in Mountaintop. Students and parents took part in a treasure hunt that included healthy activities. They learned proper hand washing, heart health, proper eating tips, ways to protect your brain from injury, and much more. Lisa Marie Halecki is the Community Relations Specialist.
A lot of people need physicals for sports and stuff like that, wellness visits. We have imaging here, we have the lab services, we have rehabilitation, we have, of course, our family medicine, we have gynecology and obstetricians here, so if somebody's having a baby, of course. We also have cardiology, neurology. I hope I'm not missing something because we do have a lot of wonderful services here for the community to take part in and get their wellness.
Lehigh Valley's Mountaintop Health Center is located in the Weiss Plaza on Route 309. Coming up on FYI, news from the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce and our 2016 preview of the North Schuylkill football team. And we're back at the Hazleton Animal Shelter this week for more cute, cuddable animals in our Adopt Me segment.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
If you're planning a special celebration, let Sand Springs Country Club in Drums bring their delicious homemade food. With a variety of menus, they offer the perfect solution to your next event. Sand Springs offers off-site catering and delivery, in addition to catering events at their various clubhouse venues. For details or to have your event catered, call Sand Springs at 570-788-5845 or go to sandspringsgolf.com.
If you're driving through downtown Hazleton on a Friday morning, you probably wonder what's going on. You see all of these great vendors lining the streets. Well, guess what? It's all part of the Downtown Hazleton Farmers Market. Here to tell us more about it is Leanne Falabelle. She is the Vice President of Marketing for the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. This comes back every year because people really love this.
It does come back every year, and we're very thankful for that, for our vendors coming back and the public, supporting it. And it's been getting bigger and bigger every year, so we're really excited to see that. We're in downtown Hazleton. The farmers market is in downtown Hazleton, right on Broad Street in Center City Park, Broad and Laurel, every Friday from 10 to 2. The Burgers Farm Market is kind of our anchor farm that hosts the event. They stay until 5 p.m. So the people getting out of work late that maybe couldn't stop on their lunch break or something like that, they can stop at Burgers. Lenny's there with his crew and all of his good stuff. But we do have a lot of vendors at the market. We have the Good Hive, who has some different local honey, as well as some soaps and lotions. We have the Center for Landscape Stewardship and Design. They have their organic produce, which is fantastic. We have entertainment every week. The Lehigh Valley Hospital has been coming every week and doing some screenings. We've had some different businesses doing some massages, chiropractic stuff. So we're really excited. It's been great. New for this year, well, we have had the Atomic Hog, which was a great hit last year with the barbecue, the smoked barbecue and things like that. This year we have the Lavender Express, which is another food truck. They've been very busy for the lunch hour. So it's been really good. We just want to remind everybody that it's every Friday, 10 to 2, Burgers stays till 5, and right on Broad Street in downtown Hazleton, and it will go every Friday until September 2nd.
All right, so if you're looking for all those great tasting foods that you may not know where the farms themselves are located, this makes it one-stop shopping all in one place. You come on downtown, you get some great deals and some great produce right here in the downtown, so don't miss it each and every Friday.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Home on the range. Thanks to Sam Lassand Jr. for this lovely weather shot. Here's our local forecast now from the National Weather Service. Tonight, mostly clear with a low of 63 degrees. Saturday looks nice, mostly sunny, high of 83. Saturday night will be mostly cloudy, low in the mid-60s. Now, on Sunday, we have a hazardous weather outlook. We may see some strong thunderstorms with heavy rainfall and strong winds. Our high will be 78 degrees. On Sunday night, showers and thunderstorms likely before 3 a.m. Mostly cloudy with a low of 60 degrees. On Monday, mostly sunny, high near 72. Monday night, mostly clear, low of 53. On Tuesday, it's a sunny day with a high near 71 degrees, a little bit cooler. And then on Tuesday night, mostly clear with a low of 56 degrees.
Weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. Treat yourself today.
This is our daily green screen. Your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers: pick 2, 5, 8, pick 3, 8, 4, 6, pick 4, 4, 3, 0, 8, pick 5, 0, 6, 3, 4, 9. Get ready for a lot of cats at the Hazleton Animal Shelter. It's time for Adopt Me.
Hello again. Here I have with me Lacey and Bose. Lacey and Bose are two sisters who are both recent additions to our female colony, and they're both approximately 7 months old. Like all of our cats, they've been spayed, tested for feline leukemia and FIV, and they've also been vaccinated against rabies and distemper. Both cats are domestic shorthairs, so they'll require very little brushing, and as you can see, they have a very beautiful and unique color pattern, which is called Torby, which is a combination of tortoiseshell and a tabby cat. These two sisters get along pretty well with each other, so we're pretty sure they do well in a home with other cats. We don't mind them being adopted together or separately. Because of their friendly and outgoing nature, we think they'd be good for first-time pet owners as well as experienced cat owners. And here I have with me another pair of siblings, Rocco and Blue, this time brothers. Rocco and Blue are a little bit younger than the last two, only being about 3.5 months. Both cats are already neutered, current on all of their vaccines, and have been tested for feline leukemia and FIV and have come up negative for both. Rocco and Blue are both affectionate and playful, and they seem to get along very well with each other. We recommend them not only for first-time pet owners, but for anybody who has cats at home as well. That's it for this week. If anybody's interested in adopting any of the siblings we've shown today, or any of the other cats or dogs we have up for adoption, please come on down to the Hazelton Animal Shelter here at 101 North Poplar Street.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
1 week from today, high school football season starts, and you will see our first Football Friday feature of 2016. Our first two features will deal with youth football in the area before we get to featuring a number of our high school athletes. Well, today we are featuring the North Schuylkill Spartans as we continue our high school football previews. For the past few years, football has been pretty straightforward in Fountain Springs. Literally. Thanks to a talented offensive line, the North Schuylkill Spartans were able to just bulldoze over teams. Add to the mix a strong-arm quarterback named Bobby Grigas and a wide receiver who routinely beat gravity and opposing cornerbacks named Tevin Murray, and boom, you had an instant contender in the Anthracite League. Even after several injuries last season, including one to Grigas, the Spartans made it back to the District 11 AA playoffs, where they lost in the opening round to Notre Dame Green Pond. It's 2016, and Grigas, Murray, and a number of offensive linemen have graduated, but Coach Wally Hall's cupboard is far from bare, but he will change the recipe a little bit on offense.
Offense, for the players, it's going to be a little different than what we've done the past couple of years with the skill set of kids that we have and the guys up front. So it's going to be different, and it's going to be multiple people touching the football. So different from last year.
Major Jordan led the team in rushing last season with almost 900 yards, according to EasternPAFootball.com. He's back, and so is wide receiver Richie Zahodnik. I found out on Eastern PA Football's website that Zahodnik scored the most touchdowns for the Spartans in 2015.
We're kind of coming from a different approach here. We going for more of a speed approach rather than our power football. We're used to power football, but now guys coming and going. We're more of a speed team, and it's really exciting to see how that goes.
Major Jordan will also be a major part of the Spartans' defense. He was named All-State at linebacker for the second straight season last year. There'll be a number of new names on defense this year for North Schuylkill, but the scheme will stay pretty much the same. Hall says the kicking game should be improved. While a lot has changed in high school football in 2016 in Pennsylvania, North Schuylkill looks to remain a constant and make it to the playoffs for a 9th straight season.
It's a team continuity and how the players stick together. That's one of the most important things. But staying healthy is huge, especially in our league. We know week in, week out it's a physical game, so staying healthy is really important.
North Schuylkill will compete in Division I of the Schuylkill League this year, but to start the season, they'll host 3 of their former Anthracite League rivals who are now in Division II of the Schuylkill League. Anthracite League or Schuylkill League, it's never an easy path to the playoffs in the coal region, but the Spartans always seem to find their way. Our football previews will continue on Tuesday with the Hazelton Area Cougars. Well, the ABC Supply 500 IndyCar race is this Sunday at Pocono Raceway. Get your tickets online at PoconoRaceway.com. Get your scores right now, right here on the FYI Standard Speaker scoreboard. The Rail Riders lost their second straight game, losing the opener of a 4-game series to Pawtucket. The Cubs win again. They are really beating up on the Brewers. Chris Bryant hit his 30th home run of the season in the victory. Ron Marchetti had Wheaties boxes on Monday. What fun stuff does he have for us now? Let's see. Here's Short Shots.
Would you believe high school football schedules start next Friday? Hi everybody, this is Short Shots. On August 19th, next Friday is August 26th, the moment of truth will be at hand. But what about this week? Let's review. It was a fantastic finish for Michael Phelps. The USA swimming legend won 5 gold medals and 1 silver in 9 days. He ends his Olympic career at age 31 with 28 medals, 23 gold, which is more than a number of countries had he ever won. Superstar Usain Bolt of Jamaica won his 3rd straight gold medal in the 100-meter dash, and last night he won his 200th, his 8th career gold in his last 3 Olympics, and he's about to win one more today. He's 29 and has been, for the last 12 years, the fastest human on Earth. Simone Biles of the USA, the greatest gymnast in the world, won 4 gold medals and 1 bronze. She's only 19, so she could return in 4 years. Aly Raisman of the Americans also won 3 medals. The final 5 of the U.S. were just fabulous. The U.S. women's basketball team is making a joke of these Olympics. They have scored over 100 points in every game except one. They played while winning by an average of 44 points. It's very obvious that the USA men and women will be winning gold medals. You could bet the whole form on that. Switching to baseball. In New York, rookies Tyler Austin and Aaron Judge hit back-to-back home runs at Yankee Stadium with the Yankees. Teammates had never before homered in their first big league at-bats in the same game. It just was never done before. Also in Chicago, the Cubs are simply running away and hiding in this NL Central Division. 33 games over 500, 34 games over 500, and 13 games in first. Who would have believed besides Joe Madden? Mother of God! And in Philadelphia, on Tuesday night, a grand return for Chase Utley, who had played 779 games for the Phillies during his 13-year career, but he never hit 2 home runs with 5 RBIs in the same game. But on this first return to Philadelphia as a visitor for the Dodgers, Utley had a night he will never forget after being greeted with a 2-minute standing ovation before his first at-bat. He belted a solo home run and then later a grand salami in a 15-5 LA win. Chase Utley received 4 curtain calls, which is very rare for a visiting player who used to be a hero in this city of brotherly love. Have a great weekend with hopefully breakfast at the Elks on Sunday. Till Monday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Celebrate your Friday at Bottlenecks with $4 shareable appetizers from 6 to 8 p.m. Plus, there's some great live music every other Friday featuring Dom and Mr. Sax.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy birthday to Dennis Gantz. He celebrates on Saturday from your family, friends, and all of us here at SSPTV. In our Talk of the Town report, Holy Family Academy will be holding a back-to-school jackpot bingo Sunday, August 21st. Doors open at noon, games start at 1. Admission is $10 for 10 regular games, and we'll be having a $500 grand prize. For info, just call 570-455-9431. And finally, the annual Belle Italia Festival will be held September 17th and 18th at Community Park in Hazel Township. This event is hosted by the Hazelton Unico Club and will feature wonderful homemade food, plus crafters, games, raffles, entertainment, and more. For info, just call 570-579-4179. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Stephen J. Davidovich Jr. of Junedale. Funeral is Monday at 9:30 a.m. from the Stanley E. Anilowski Funeral Home. Friends may call Monday from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. Kenneth Karilko, formerly of Hazelton. Funeral is Monday at 11 a.m. at the Faith Assembly of God Church. Friends may call Monday from 10 to 11 a.m. Stanley M. Laudig of Nuremberg. Funeral is Saturday at 11 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 9:30 to 11 a.m. Wanda Teresa Kineski of Barnesville. Mass is Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the St. Richard's Church. Friends may call Monday from 5 to 9 p.m. and Tuesday from 9 to 10:30 in the Lamar Christ Funeral Home. And Barry N. Spaniel of Hazelton. Mass is Monday at 11 a.m. in the Most Precious Blood Church. Friends may call Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Firo Funeral Home.
Block party on Wyoming Street in Hazelton tomorrow. Be a part of it and be a part of FYI back here on Monday. Have a good weekend. Take it easy, everyone.